So Google Speech Generator had some new changes recently. And one thing about AI is the fact that updates are coming in daily. Daily updates are coming in. You saw how ChatGPT came in with their image generator, and I'm sure Google is working on theirs. So updates are definitely coming in daily, and I'll try my best to keep you up to date with this. So you click on this, and then it's going to take you to the interface. So this is it. The interface before used to be different, and you have different templates right now that you can select from. And the beautiful thing I like about this voiceover, this updated version, is the fact that the voices are sounding so clean and clear. You know, before I told you that once you get your voice, you have to take it to Adobe Podcast Enhance to remove the background noise. So that background noise is no longer there. So you can listen to the templates you would want to try.
Good morning. It's 68 degrees and sunny. Traffic is a bit heavy today.
Halt, traveler. The northern pass is sealed.
You can listen to them, right? You see how...
Welcome back to the show. Today we're diving into the intersection of AI and creative expression.
You see? So just...
The old house stood at the edge of the moor.
Let's listen to this one.
You don't just want a car. You want a sanctuary. Welcome to Module 3.
You can even use this one for your courses. Use this one for ad. Let's listen to this.
Welcome back to Brain Trust. Let's jump right into our next category.
Let's listen to this.
Let's practice our pronunciation. Repeat after me.
So these are the available templates. And I definitely know that as time goes on, Google is going to add more templates to this. So for any templates you want to work with, just click on it. Like I'm going to click on Master Storyteller. So it's going to take us to this other interface where you see scene, you see sample context, you see speaker one. You know, when we were creating before, you could select, you would click on an icon. There used to be an interface where you would click on speaker one and then you click on speaker two to select multiple speaker or single speaker audio. Yes, that's what it's called. But now you can just edit it from this particular section. So this scene is a moment in your video. Once you paste a scene description here, you are giving it an idea of what the video you are creating is like so that it can work based on that information. You understand? So if, for example, you were creating the voiceover for a children's ad, maybe like you're doing it for a cereal brand, you could mention early morning breakfast, children sitting in a dining table, cereal served on the table. Do you understand? So that's the scene. This is what this scene means. You understand, right? So the sample context is the brain of the whole video. The sample context is what you want in the entire video. Like, okay, so the example I gave you earlier is for a cereal brand, right? For the scene, you see early morning, children sitting in a dining table, breakfast, and all of that. Then for the sample context, we could say something like add the style of the video, the kind of tone we want, would add how we want it to be read. We could say playful, early morning, excited tone. So that's a sample of the video. And as you can see, their own example here, this scene is a quiet old library. At least once you say quiet old library, you can already imagine books all over. You've depicted the scene for AI. And then this is a sample context, including how it should be read. Now, in your own case, you don't even have to stress yourself. Like I told you, you can go over to ChatGPT and tell it, oh, I need a scene for my video. This is what I'm trying to achieve. And then I need a sample context. That's for scene and context. So for this speaker, you can paste your voiceover here. What you want to be read can be pasted here. And here you can see in brackets the description. This is more like the Level Lab style where you can paste what that line is about. So yeah, you can have, okay, this is the description of the voiceover. So this is the part where you paste the voiceover you want to be read. This is the part where you place your voiceover. And one thing that Google AI has done is the fact that you can now paste how you want it to be read. You can now paste what you are trying to achieve with that exact voiceover. So you can put this in brackets, the description, the tension, the sensory, all of these things. You don't even have to stress yourself. Like I said, you can tell ChatGPT, and that's how it will be read. Now let's listen to this.
The old house stood at the edge of the moor, its windows dark, save for a single candle flickering on the third floor. No one had lived there.
So you see, it's not reading out the mystery because it's in brackets. So you can add, that's how you want it to be read. That's the effects you're trying to get on your audience. So if you want to add, if you are doing a podcast style, I taught you about the multi-speaker audio and the single speaker audio. All you have to do is click on this plus icon and you can see add speech block. So you can now have speaker 1 and speaker 2. This expression tags can also be added to your speaker too. And this Charon and Pork that you're seeing here are all the voices, are all the way you want it to be read, the voice you would want to pick rather. So this is the speaker settings, this interface where you're seeing names here. This is the speaker interface where you have the different speakers you would be working with. So once you click, this is how I got here. I clicked on this, clicked on Sharon, and then I got here. So you will see the audio profile, you would see the director's notes, you would see the pace, you would see the accent. Then this director's notes that you are seeing here is the secret instructions, maybe not so secret, for the voice actor that you are using, those voices that are here. So they have options here. You have vocal smile, you have newscaster, you have whisper, you have empathetic, you have promo, you have deadpan. And one thing I like about it is the fact that you can see a brief explanation of all of it, so you know what you're going to be achieving. When this came out newly, I heard someone say the voice was coming out in whisper, the voice was coming out in whisper. I don't actually like this new interface. I'm sure this is what the person selected, this whisper here. And that was why the voice was coming out in whisper. So you need to select what you want to do. So based on what I do, I could select, let's say I'm doing for an ad video, I can select promo or hype. Let's say I'm giving like an instruction, I could use newscaster. Depends on what you are aiming to achieve. And that's why I'd always tell you, please go over to ChatGPT, tell it that, please, these are the options I have. What should I pick based on the video I'm trying to create? Then for the pace is the speed, how fast you want it to be read. So most times I pick natural. You can pick rapid fire, it will be very fast. You can pick drift, so it's just going to be all those, maybe the person will talk for a while and then there'll be long pauses. You can pick staccato, it's going to be short, like in brief. So all you have to do is explore this and then try out the one you want. Then here you have a range of accents that you can work with, mostly American and British and Australian accents. But what I even do is I select the British accent. I could go with Brixton, and in this description, in this particular sample context and scene, let me tell you how I get my Nigerian voices. I would impute Nigerian tone. Nigerian, and the beautiful thing is the Nigerian voices are really clear. I created a voiceover yesterday and I was even using some Igbo names, and it got the Igbo names, it got the pronunciation correctly. I was amazed. So this update is really needed. So once you work on these settings, you can now select the voices you want. I like the fact that Google added more voices to this. You see different voices. There are different voices here, and you have the leverage of listening to the voice you want to work with before selecting it. See?
What sparks your interest?
What's a skill you'd like to develop?
You can select whatever voice you want. So once you select the voice you want to work with, it's going to show here. Note, if you are just creating a singular voiceover, there'll be no need for you to have multiple speakers. Just one speaker is enough. So as at the last time I tried this, I was only able to generate up to 2 minutes of audio. I've not been able to create more than that. So I believe that for you to create more, you will just have to break them down using the same speaker. Let's say I want to create like an 8 minutes audio. I would still make the same speaker to this guy. I will change the name to this guy too. So I'm going to be having this same guy as my speaker two. So it's going to be speaker one, speaker two, and I could even add him as speaker three. So I'm just going to divide my voiceover scripts into the different boxes. That's the hack you can try. Another hack you can try to get longer voices is after you are done creating the first one, you would have to paste your script again into the same speaker one using the same instructions. Don't change instructions. Using the same instructions to create. I tried that too, but the issue I experienced was the voices. I had to do it like 2 or 3 times before I could get the same exact voice because it's more like you are. It's the same way. Yeah, what it is when you are creating images or videos. You could paste the same prompt for creating an image and you would still get different outputs. Try it. You would paste the same prompts and you get different outputs, different outputs. The same thing happens in video creation. So that's the same thing that is also happening in this audio creation. So you might have to try it more than once to get the exact audio. But the beautiful thing about this is the voices are clean. This upgrade was highly needed. The previous one I noticed, you all noticed, had this zzz sound, and I told you had to use Adobe Podcast to clean it. And the voice, I don't even need to use Adobe Podcast anymore to clean my background noise. And the voice is crisp, it's clear. It's that kind of voice that is sharp and authentic. So once you're done pasting your scripts and all of that, the next place to click on is run. You just send prompts, you click on run, and then it's going to create it for you. And it's as simple as that. And I know some people have been complaining that they will try it here and it's still giving them this error code. Try it in another Chrome tab. For me, I had to try it in like, I think about 2 or 3 Chrome tabs. And this is free. Though this current Chrome account is a paid one, but you can access this even on a free account. You understand, right? So create yours. Let me see what you've been able to achieve. And you can use this for your voiceovers. You need to just try it out and then you find out that the voice is perfect. You can also check out Seller to get my PDF, how you can make money with AI voiceovers, ways I have made money using this same voiceover so that is free. You can check it out on Seller. And the truth is, there is so much you can do with AI content creation. There is so much. The first time I made this, I made money from this, like out of creating videos, was when I made a video for a client and she liked the audio. Then she said, could you use this to create an automated message for my brand? That was the first time I used AI alone, like the voiceover alone, to create content and get paid for it. And there are multiple ways you can actually do that here and then get paid for it. So I'm going to attach a link to this on Seller. All you have to do is click on it and then get yours, implement it. Implementation is important. Also, click on the like button. The channel name is RIRAH Creates. Click on the like button, subscribe to my channel, and I'm going to see you in the next one.